thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, that set us free. Lord, I ask you to just please be within this message, God, that you may speak in our hearts, that our minds may be open to hear, and our hearts may be also be open to understand, Lord, your word and to understand your truth. We rebuke any type of distraction, or we rebuke Satan himself out of any type of our thoughts or any try to distract us in the name of Jesus Christ. We give all of our attention to you right now, Jesus. May your name be lifted high. Not no man, not no church, but your name, God. And we thank you so much. And the people of God said, Amen. And as Mike was saying, I just became a daddy. That's right. That's right. And I wanted to show you guys a picture, of course. It's like, I feel like it's a customary thing. And media, if you could just put up a picture of my boy right there. That's my boy. His name is Israel. Let me tell you guys, please be praying for me. I'm on like 3 hours of sleep a night. I'm actually sleepwalking right now. I'll let you know when I woke up. But I thank God so much for him. I thank so much for my wife. I don't know if she's here tonight or if she's on. I know that she might be on her way. But, you know, my wife has been an incredible support for me. And she's doing such a great job at we're new parents. Like, we have no idea what we're doing, guys. If it looks like we're doing it right, man, that is just the grace of God, man. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah. But I wanted to know, how many people here, and let's be honest, all right? Don't. It's all right. We're in church. We're not going to judge anybody or anything like that. But how many people here? You look. Peter's already raising his hand, man. you honest, bro. You are honest, brother. How many people here have been in CSI? Peter, start taking the names down. These are the people that. I'm just kidding. So I don't know about you guys, but I know obviously I'm a lot older than you guys. But I remember. You can put your hand down. I know how many times you've been in CSI. But I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I went to CSI, and I literally just went to CSI once, and it wasn't even my fault. You know, I mean, that's how the story goes. It's never our fault, really. It's never our fault. Exactly, yeah. But, like, I remember I was sick one day, and I realized that I was still recovering from the flu, and I realized, like, man, I have to go to school today, or else I'm going to fail this class, because that exam is worth, like, 99% of the class. This is ridiculous. But then, so I had to make sure that I went to school to take that exam. Now, here's the funny thing. I lived literally a block away from my high school. Like, I could hear the bell ringing from where like I could, like, it would wake me up. That's how close I was to the building of my high school. So I got out of my house, I started walking down the street, and I could clearly see the building right there. And guess who comes up approaching behind me? 5-0. No, the CSI, no, the 5-0. You're paying attention. I get it. So the police literally just come up blaring. I was like, hey, it is just one person. Why are you blaring and all? And he comes out and said, like, young man, where are you going? Like, well, I'm going to school. And obviously he did not believe me. He probably thought that I was trying to skip school. And I was trying to say, no, I live right there. He's like, ha, yeah, right, okay. So, and then he had the audacity to actually give me a referral, pull out that beautiful piece of pink paper, write my name down, take my ID, which I still remember all these years, 588-2354. But hey, guys, let me tell you, it's gonna be in your minds for the rest of your life. You know why? Because it's associated with food. So when you put down your numbers, the last 4 digits, and like, see, because you remember, that's how you're gonna remember. Just so you guys know. And so he even told me that I had to ride in the back of the police car. I'm like, sir, the building is right there. Like seriously? He's like, look, young man, don't get smart with me. Get in the back of the car, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, fine. You know, like, we'll respect authority, whatever. So I get in the car, like literally a 10-second ride. You know, like he pulls up, we get out of the car, and then immediately to the CSI room. And then again, I tell my story again. Listen, I'm trying to take an exam. It's 99% of the class. If I don't take this exam, I'm gonna fail class. You know. And then the guy's like, I don't want to hear it. Just go sit down. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, whatever. So I'm literally in CSI, and honestly, this was actually my first time in CSI. So I was just looking around. There's people like chewing the chair down. There's like people walking on the ceiling. It's a horrible place in CSI. And then. So I'm just thinking, like, how am I going to get out of this? I need to get out, like, right now, like, ahora. So then I'm thinking, like, okay, wait, I know the assistant principal, or at least one of them. So, and we're buddies. Like, we all know, like, we know, you guys know, like, when you know the security guards, or you know the lunch lady hook you up with extra scoop of macaroni and cheese, you know, that's what's up, you know. So then I'm like, okay, I know the assistant principal. So what I do, I go up to the CSI instructor, like, hey, I got to use the bathroom, bro. Bro, sit down. Like, dude, you want me to pee in my pants? I got to use the bathroom. Like, fine. So I go to the bathroom. But I will tell you, I didn't go to the bathroom, obviously. I went straight to the assistant principal. I was like, hey, They got me locked up. You got to get me out. And she's like, calm down. Like, why are you yelling? I'm just kidding. I'm like, no, but like, for real, like, please, like, I had to take an exam today. It's worth a large portion of the class. And if I don't take it, like, I was trying to explain to her everything. Obviously, she believes me because it was my first time in CSI. So she said, all right, cool. I got you, Elias. Just go back into the CSI, and I got you. All right, cool. And literally, I waited like 15 minutes. That's right. Shh, back there, please. Shh. Literally 15 minutes later, I'm sitting down, and I'm waiting, looking at the clock, sitting down, waiting, looking at the clock, and then I see down the radio, like, CSI instructor, do you got Elias the Hora Jr. in with you? I'm like, yeah, that's me over here. Like, he's completely avoiding me. I'm like, it's me. And then he's like, let me check. I'm like, no, I'm in here. You know I'm in here. Like, really? He's like, goes down the list, and he says, like, yes, I got a list over here. Like, yes, can you please send him to my office? He's being released from CSI. And of course, you guys know, I'm just like, bye. Like, he gave me the most stank face I've ever seen an adult give an underage child. Like, I swear, I think that guy was gonna kill me. So of course, by the time I get to the assistant principal's office, she threw away the referral, the paper, and I was able to get to my exam in time. Whatever. Obviously, I passed high school. Woohoo! But the reason why I'm telling you guys this story is that it's always good to know somebody in a place of authority, right? Like I said, it's always good to know somebody where it gives you the hookup, that extra scoop of macaroni and cheese, or the extra scoop of whatever. Insert your favorite food here, pizza, whatever it is. #pizza. And the thing I want to tell you guys today is, it's nice to know the right people in the right places to get you things, or to get you out of a place, or to get you into places. And this reminds me of the story about Queen Esther and asking King Xerxes to change his mind from killing all the Jews. You're like, well, Elias, you're going from talking about macaroni and cheese to killing all the Jews. Like, you're messing up my mind. All right, just track with me for a second, okay? Just give you guys a quick background. Before Queen Esther was actually queen, this is really cold. Before Queen Esther was actually queen, her name was Hadassah. Say it with me, Hadassah. You could add some spit into it, Hadassah. And so she was raised by her older cousin, Mordecai. And then Mordecai told her, like, listen, Hadassah, you're going to have to change your name. She's like, why? Why do I have to change my name? You're going to have to change your name to Queen Esther because guess what? The Queen Vashti just got kicked out of the palace because she refused an order from the king. Like, she's like, what? Say what? Tell the person, no me digas. For you non-Spanish speaker, which I am myself included, means like, what? Tell me about it. So basically, Mordecai tells Hadassah, who her name then changes to Esther, saying, listen, the king is looking for a new queen because Queen Vashti totally screwed up. And what happened with Vashti is that the king had a large banquet, and Vashti also had a large banquet for women, and he had one for men. And then the king, he wanted to show off his beautiful queen. So he's like, hey, yo, girl, come over here. I got to show you off, to some people. And so she's like, I ain't do that. I ain't about that life. So she basically like totally disobeyed a direct order, basically what the king says is law, guys. So by her disobeying the king, it was a total slap in the face to him and in front of everybody else, too. Everybody was like, what are you going to do? You going to let her talk to you about like that, bro? Like, what are you going to do? Like, catch me outside. Do something, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, she's not coming. And then so basically, he said, I don't want her anymore. Kick her out, whatever. So Queen Vashti is gone. Bye, Felicia. And now you got Queen Esther, who eventually does become queen. She went through the whole process, and they don't even know that she was raised as a Jewish person. She's a Jew. This is a totally different type of culture. Now, fast forward some time, like we said, Hadassah finally became Queen Esther, and then we have our first problem. Tell the person next to you, we got a problem. One of the king's most trusted advisor, who hated the Jews, was able to convince the king to kill all of the Jews. And so then we have a bigger problem. Tell the person next to you, we got a bigger problem. Esther was a Jew, and nobody knew this. Now, Esther knew that she was in a place that is really difficult to be in. She was elevated to a position. Now, check this out, you guys. Check this out. Hey, I see you. Ooh. Why you starting like to fight, bro? Look at these scrawny eyes. I gotta fight. No way. So Esther realized that she is in a very difficult position because she is a Jew herself. And then so then Mordecai, her older cousin, and this is where we're going to start getting to the message of the Word of God. In Esther chapter 4, Mordecai and Esther are talking back with each other. Starting in verse 9, it says, Hathach came back and told Esther everything Mordecai had said. Esther talked it over with Hathach and then sent him back to Mordecai with this message. Everyone who works for the king here, and even the people out in the provinces, knows that there is a single fate for every man and every woman who approaches the king without even being invited, which was death. The one exception is if the king extends his gold scepter, then he or she may live. It's been 30 days now since I've been invited to come to see the king. When Hathach told Mordecai what Esther had said, Mordecai sent this message. Like, Mordecai put her in her place. He said, don't think that just because you live in a king's house, you're the one Jew that will get out of this alive. If you persist staying silent at a time like this, help and deliverance will arrive from the Jews someplace else. But you and your family will be wiped out. Who knows? Maybe you were made a queen for such a time as this. Esther then sent her answer back to Mordecai. Go and get all the Jews living in Susa together. Fast for me. Don't eat or drink for 3 days, either day or night, and I and my maids will fast with you. If you will do this, I will go to the king, even though it's forbidden. If I die, I die. Now, this is a very serious situation, you guys. Because you got one guy that literally wants to kill a whole, he wants to commit genocide. He wants to kill a whole culture. He wants to kill all the Jews. But he doesn't even know that his own queen is a Jew herself. And it's very interesting how even Esther was elevated to the position of queen because God gave her the favorites in order to be in that place in the right time. How many times have we been given the opportunity when it seems like, man, no, this is a coincidence, no, this too could be true, that we're in the right place at the right time, and it's actually God trying to communicate, listen, there's somebody next to you that needs to hear my word. There's somebody that needs to know that there's light in the darkness. Billy Graham, there's an amazing quote from him. It says, courage is contagious. When one voice speaks out, the others' backs are stiffened up. And what that means is that, can you imagine if you're in your classroom and, man, whatever, they're bashing on Jesus Christ, or they're talking crap about church and how the church is this and the church is that. And yeah, you know what, guys, it's the truth. Some churches are whack, man. But thank God that we live in the city of Miami that has a beautiful church called Calvary, and we call this place home. And this place here, this place is a no judgment free zone. This place encourages people to walk with Christ in such a healthy and loving way. And let me tell you, I've been to other churches, you guys. I've been to 3 other churches. There is no church other than this type of church. Obviously, we're not perfect. And guess what? You're not perfect too. But it's okay. So that if you're in the classroom and somebody's talking crap and whatever, you know what? You could be that voice to actually tell that person, like, hey, no, not all churches are like that. Even if you do get rejected, even if you do get, persecuted and everything like that, the Bible said, blessed are those who are persecuted for God's name anyway, so you are blessed even if you are persecuted, just so you know. Like, in that moment, there's the other person that stayed quiet the whole time, they realized that there isn't another opinion to listen to. Let that sink in. Esther was that other opinion out there. While the king was being filled with other information from his most trusted advisor that the Jews are this, that the Jews are that, the Jews are going to take over. You need to kill them all now. Esther was put in a position to say, like, you know what? No, we're not all this. No, we're not all that. We in fact, I am a Jew. Look how I am. And then I want to show you guys that how many times, I'm sorry, I got lost for a second, but how many times have we been in a position where we speak up and we don't stand for more integrity, for justice, or to even speak about Jesus Christ? But we don't. We have the opportunity and we don't. The worst that can happen to us here in Miami is that the people will unfriend us on Facebook. Really? Now, imagine living in a place like in China, guys, for a second. Or in a place like in Pakistan, where if you even mention the name of Christ, people are literally physically persecuting you, bombing your house, making threats at your family, wanting to kill you. Here, I thank God for this country. It may not be perfect, but we get to be able to have that freedom to speak about Christ to people. And as a young generation, guys, you guys need to realize that you guys have the freedom to speak about Christ, whether it be in school, whether it be at your jobs, or wherever you guys are. And then if we can't stand for something, we will fall for anything, you guys. Tell the person next to you, even bigger problem. Remember what happened to Queen Vashti? I know it's a very long thing. She got kicked out for not appearing. This is 10 times, 100 times worse. Esther is going to get killed to appear before a king without invitation. How many of us are willing to actually put our lives down tonight? And like I said just right now, it's not like somebody's actually going to physically persecute you and try to kill you. Like here, like the worst thing that really can happen is they're going to unfriend you or block you or like, hey, oh, I don't like these comments that you're posting. But get out. Nobody invited you anyways. You know, like there's in a country where we are most divided, we need to be thankful that we come to a house like this, that we are so united. Look at everybody who's around. Look how many people are in this room. And you mean to tell me that you go out to the schools and you can't find that one Christian? I bet. You will find other Christians. What it is, you got to stand out. You got to make yourself known. You guys with me? There you go. I'm sorry, I got a little bit sorry. All right. God has called us to be a generation to be desperately to pursue him for such a time as this. I wanted to show you guys a visualization of how Esther went before the king. It's not obviously the perfect, exact representation, exactly what it said in the Bible, but I'm a theater geek. I love movies. I love theater. I'm gonna go see Logan later, because don't spoil it for me. So shut up. But I love how we have the ability to be creative and make movies about the Bible. It's us using our different talents to try to show the world what Christ is about. And this movie is a really cool movie. I think it's called Queen Esther. I forgot what the name of the title, but look it up. But just look at this 1 minute clip real quick. So, Media, if you could shut up. Put up the sound. Put the sound up all the way up. I told you it was an awesome video. Now, you guys got the picture, literally, of what the Bible tells us about Esther's life. How she approached a king. How she risked her life in order to save a generation. I'm going to encourage you guys here tonight. I want to let you guys know that you guys have the authority. For you guys to be bold in your faith. For you guys to not just be bold out here in the basketball courts, not to be bold here. Oh, it's so easy to worship here, in here. It's so easy to pray out in the hallways. But what I want you guys to do is to actually step out of your comfort zone. Just like how Esther stepped out of her comfort zone. Sometimes we need that type of person to call us out. Mordecai called her out like, listen, you're living a comfortable life up there. But we're about to get killed. Like, you think you're going to be spared? Like, they're going to come after you too as soon as they find out. Like, guys, being a Christian is not something that should be a burden to us. Being Christian, it should be something that makes our lives at peace. I didn't say make our lives easier. I said make our lives at peace. Let me tell you, I'm 24 years old. I'm about to be 25. I'm a father. My boy is 3 weeks old right now. And you're probably thinking like, yeah, you're a young guy. Yeah, I am. Everybody has different paces in their lives. But when I look into Israel's eyes, into my boy's eyes, I realize like, man, like, I got to step up my game. Because the steps that I'm taking, he's going to follow in. I know the steps that my father never took, I wasn't able to take because he wasn't there for me. So I want to try to be a better father for him. That's just my relationship between my son and I. But what about with you? What about with your mom or your dad or your sisters? Like, brothers, if you're a brother here, like, own up to you being a brother. Like, help your sister out. Help a brother out, sisters. Like, lead your family, lead your friendships, like, into a better place. Like, I know sometimes we want to just have fun and be cool and stuff like that. But let me tell you guys are probably around between the ages of like 12 and 18 right now. Well, guess what? Life is going to end at one point. all we've obtained is going to be given to another person. In the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon wrote, like, everything that I've obtained is going to be given to someone else that hasn't worked hard for it. So put that in perspective. I'm not saying that we can't have nice things, but I'm saying that we need to have our heart checked and put in the right place. And if you're thinking, I can't be bold, Elias. I can't be as bold as Esther was. I don't have that type of personality. Oh, I'm just not who I am. But it's okay. I'm not calling you out to be a person that you are not. Like, please, do not be who you are not. Don't try to be someone else. Be who you are in Christ. Because it's possible. You know, Jesus did the biggest overruling known to man. He took our past, our mistakes, our failures as his own. And just like when the king stopped the death penalty over Queen Esther, he stopped the death penalty over us. We have a clean slate. If sin is not an issue for us, oh, but it is, but I'm still struggling with it. Sin is not an issue with us. Oh, but Elias, I keep falling again. Sin is not an issue to us. And I have to repeat that again and again because you know what? I said that. I say it to myself too, you guys. If we fall, guess what? We have to get back up. It's a have to, guys. Especially now more than ever, I have a son. If I fall, I have to get up. Because I have to make sure that he gets to know Christ the best ability that I can. And guess what? The people around you, you have to let them know Christ the best ability that you can. It's a have to, guys. You know, Christ is going to come back, and we don't know when. But until then, hey, let's party like it's 1995. Let's have fun, but also let us take people with us to heaven as well. And it's not about how close we can get to the fire, guys, but how far away we can get from it. Because a lot of us like to play with fire, and guys, let me tell you, it's not worth it. It's not worth giving your body to the wrong people. It's not worth it drinking the liquids that just try to drown out your sorrows. It's not worth it cutting yourself, guys. It's not. Because all of these things are temporary solutions. I mean, they're just solutions that you're going to try over and over again, and it's never going to satisfy the soul. I just love that Jesus, man, like, he provided in such a way when he died on the cross, you guys. I remember one time I was saying this to people, and it sinks in so well. The God of all creation came down. He didn't have to. He died on the cross, and literally through all the pain that he took, he could have been like, I am joking. No. But he didn't. He had every right to step off of the cross, but he didn't. I pray that this message sinks into your heart, not just for tonight, but for other moments that when you realize, like, this is the moment Elias was talking about. And it's going to be that moment you're going to realize, am I going to let this moment pass by? Or am I going to be the make it or break it moment for this person? God has given us that authority. He's ultimately sovereign. He's ultimately God. But he has invited us to take this journey with him and to invite others to also take the journey. I want to do an invitation. You know, we do this here every Friday night, and it's for people who don't know Christ. It's for people who want to know God more on a deeper level. And if that's you, I want everybody to close their eyes in this moment. I don't want anybody to be going in and out of the doors. Just stay seated. Even after the altar call, stay seated. But if that's you, if you want to accept Jesus Christ, the one who gave his life for us, the one who empowers people, the one that saves people, the one that says, like, listen, you got to keep going. You got to pick up your cross and follow me because eternity is ahead. And if that's you, on the count of 3, I want to pray with you. I want to get to know you. We want to get to know you. We want to know how you are. We want to talk to you, and we want to make sure that you are walking by faith. And if that's you, 1, God loves you. 2, God cares for you. And 3, right where you are, just stand up where you are if you want to accept Jesus Christ. Stand up to believe in him.